full-time RV living in retirement. What do they do? And how do they do it? What's going on, blind viewers? How's everybody doing today? All right. Gonna start this one off with a shout out or two, maybe three. First one is right there. Mark Fun Jones. Mark Funnel Cake Jones. Or Fart. F-A-R-T. Fun Art. Mark sent me a sticker of his and Rosie H sticker. Thanks for the stickers, Mark. Appreciate it. Anybody likes some art, go over and check Mark out. Go over and check out his channel. He is a carpenter by trade, and at the end of the day, he gathers up the scraps of wood. Instead of throwing them out or burn them or whatever, he takes them home. He has acrylic paints, and he does artwork on it. I think that's pretty awesome. Does some pretty cool stuff. It's more of a, I guess I could call it a cartoony style. Nice, bright, vibrant colors. But yeah, he's a crazy, goofy, wacky guy on YouTube. He's a serious guy when he's at work now, don't get me wrong. But on YouTube, hey, he's having fun. He's crazy, he's wacky. But he has fun with his art. He shares with everybody. So if you like art and you like a little bit of wackiness, go over and check out Mark Fun Jones. And then again, real quick before we get started here. Right here. Lou Skunt. Lou is back. I want to give a big shout out to Lou. A big welcome back, buddy. Glad to see you're up and about, feeling better. We'll cut you some slack. We know you're not 100% yet, but you're back on your feet. You're ready to rant and rave and do your thing. And I know, for one, I am ready for it. Can't wait, man. Glad you're back. Now, on to the topic at hand. All right, so the big full-time RVers. Now, as we've discussed many times, there's so many different kinds. There's some that work, there's some that don't, there's some that are big YouTube celebrities, and that's how they make their money and all this. But here's my question. Now, when you have a job, I know, Mikey.
It is a job!
When you have what people call a regular job,
a jobby poo,
you not only get your wages, your salary, but you usually get a benefit package most of the time. I know, nowadays in the States, everything's all crazy with this health insurance biz. Oh, what a wacky thing. But anyway, you usually get some sort of benefits package, which if you add it all in there and add it to your wages, what the worth of this benefits package is, and you look at it that way, it's a pretty good deal most of the time. So if you're fortunate enough to have a job where you have a so-called benefits package, and you have health insurance, so you can go to doctors and all that stuff, get prescriptions, and usually get your family on it, your kids and all that good stuff, and you have that. Even if you got to pay a little bit out of your check every week, it's not too bad, because if you had to pay for it on your own, it would be hundreds of dollars. You get Social Security taxes taken out. You get unemployment taken out. You get your state and your local and your federal government taxes taken out, and everything's kind of all set up for you and all that good stuff. Some places have a 401k that you can contribute to, and some places will even match what you put in and other things like that. So you know, you're kind of not set, but things are in place. Now, you're out on the road, full-time RV, and you live in an RV, so you're not paying any property taxes. You're just paying insurance and, I guess, on your vehicle and to stay in a campsite if you stay there. But if you're out and you're boondocking in the wilderness and you're living in your RV and shooting YouTube videos as your main and only source of income,
It is a job!
at the end of the year, you get your 1099 from your AdSense revenue. Now, did you put money back? Did you put money aside? Were you paying quarterly? Were you doing your estimated quarterly income thing and sending it in, your payments? Do you prepare it all, or is it just flying by the seat of your pants, just winging it? Just winging it. And one can only assume that if you're not putting money back to pay your taxes at the end of the year, or you're not doing your estimated quarterly payments, then one can only assume that you're not putting any kind of thing into a 401k.
A jobby poo!
Or you're not sticking anything in the savings account. So as your 30-something ass is running around enjoying life, living free and living on the land and driving on the roads and all that good stuff, one day, just one day, you're going to wake up and you're going to be 60, 65, 70. Will people still be interested in your videos enough to watch, enough to make a living off of? You won't be able to dip into that retirement fund because you don't have one. Won't be able to draw off 401k because you don't have one. Start getting sick, knees are creaking, hips are popping, shoulders aching. Things start going wrong. Got to go to the doctor. So now you got to dig in your pocket to pay a doctor. He's going to write your prescription. You got to go pay the pharmacist for your prescription. Are you ready for all that? Or are you just bouncing around in your 20, 30, 40-year-old body, just rolling around in the desert, in the woods, by the river, wherever you want to be, all carefree? Just going to worry about it later? Or if life gets too tough and too achy and you can't do it, you're just going to drive off a bridge or what? What are you going to do?
It is a job!
Are you even thinking about these things? Or are you just so stuck in the moment of, I'm out here doing it. I'm up here doing it, man. I'm doing it. Whatever I want, whenever I want. Is your biggest worry keeping your van rolling or your RV, whatever you want to call it? Is that your biggest worry at the time? Making sure that thing's still putting along? Making sure your camera still works? Making sure you still have internet connection so you can upload that next video? Is that your biggest worry right now? Well, let me tell you. When you get a little bit older, that retirement age, and if you haven't been paying in, well, you're not going to get a lot. Now, you got a lot of these folks that are out there RVing. They are retirees. They put in their time. Well, we'll take Caravan Carolyn, for instance. Carolyn had her job. She had her life. She did her thing. She put in her time. And now, she jumps in her little van. She rolls around. She does what she wants when she wants. She makes videos. She gets some money from AdSense. But guess what? That's not all she has, and that's not what she relies on. She has her next nest egg. She has her retirement. She put in her time. So that's a different case. I'm talking about the Mikeys, the Living Free, the Nomadic Fanatics, and the other ones like that, and that age group. The young boys that are rolling around. I hope they're thinking about all this stuff. And I hope they're putting some away for later, when they're not so young and spry, and they can't just snap back real quick. Now, before anybody gets wild hair in their ass and starts to get froggy, think they're going to jump on old BlindViews and say, oh, yeah, look at you talking. You're probably sucking up Social Security. Man, you're living off the taxpayers. You're living off the government. Wrong. See, BlindViews always worked. Since I was 17, maybe even before that, but since I was 17, I had a job. Always worked. I worked in steel mills. I worked in foundries. I worked construction. I was a firefighter. I tested fire hose. I did all kinds of stuff. I always worked. I worked at Fruhoff. I built tractor trailers. I worked at places. I got laid off. I got another job. I worked at a place that got crummy pay. I worked there long enough till I found something else, and then I went and I got another job. I worked at the airport. I worked for U.S. Air. I did all kinds of stuff. I always worked. Up until a few years ago when my eyes got too bad and I just couldn't do what I did anymore. Couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. So, for anybody that thinks I am sucking off the government, no. If you know what Social Security is, it is something that you pay for your entire working life. You pay for it. You're paying. Every time you get a paycheck, they're taking money. And they sit down, they do little calculations, and they go, you paid in this much, you are entitled to this much. Now, yeah, I took mine a little early because I'm not 65, I'm not retirement age, but I went blind. It's a special circumstance. But I have worked a very long time. It wasn't like I was born blind and just rolled around and did whatever. Never worked. No, I worked until a few years ago. So, whether you think so or not, maybe you should do some research, but that money that I collect, it's mine. It's mine. I paid into it. It's mine. So, yeah, before you ask that question, yep, I do claim my AdSense. I did fill out the paperwork, and they sent me the little thing saying, you made this much. And everybody knows about it, trust me. You can't sneak nothing by anybody. They know. They'll give you a call and say, hey, where did this little $125 come from you got 3 months ago? And if you disagree and you think it's a horrible thing, well, then I hope when you become 65, retirement age, you say, oh, no. Don't you dare send me that money. You keep that money because I don't want to live off Social Security. I don't want to live off the good taxpayers of the United States. You keep it. You give it to somebody else. Nope. I know it's mine by rights. I know I've been paying in. I know I'm entitled to it. Yep, I do know it's mine, but no, I'm too good for that. You keep it. You just keep it. So I hope that's what you do if you're going to jump down old BlindViews' throat for taking some Social Security that he paid into his entire working life. So my full-time RVers, I hope you young guys are putting some money back for when you get old and gray and decrepit and things just don't work the way they used to. And maybe you don't have as many files anymore because nobody really cares about your old ass anymore. When you were young and spry and running around doing things, maybe people cared and they watched. Hell, maybe YouTube might not even be around anymore. You might be having to do something else.
YouTube is a job. A jobby poo. A jobby poo.
But all I can say is y'all better be prepared. This is BlindViews. Thanks for watching, and that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.
Loud.